I'm Peter Brown, and this is FMTV coming from the neighborhood of El Poblado in Medellin, Colombia. Fort Lauderdale, here we come. Inter Miami has submitted a proposal to the city of Fort Lauderdale to build their training facility where the historic Lockhart Stadium resides. The proposal includes a state-of-the-art training facility, multi-purpose sports stadium, and sport-centric community destination. If the proposal is accepted, Fort Lauderdale will be the home for the first team training, academy, and future USL team. In addition to training in the academy, the entire technical staff that supports the MLS team and the future USL team will be housed there. The site would continue to be owned by the city, and Inter Miami would sign a 50-year lease. The plan also includes facilities such as running track, a dog park, playground, public fields, and the possibility of a community meeting center. Under this plan, Inter Miami would pay for all planning, construction, and upkeep of everything except the community center. The city will pay for and operate the community center. Getting a little out of breath here in the altitude in Medellin. I can't tell you how excited I am about this proposal. Inter Miami are showing that they truly want to be South Florida's team, putting roots in both Melreese Park and Lockhart. To me, this shows that they understand the area and the talent that can be found in the entire Tri-County area. Fort Lauderdale is smack dab in the middle of the huge talent pool from West Palm Beach to Homestead. As someone who has spent their entire life going to Lockhart Stadium from the 70s to watch the original Strikers, to the late 90s and early 2000s for the Miami Fusion, and to the last version of the Brazilian-owned Strikers, I am excited at the thought of soccer living and breathing once again in a historic site. New history will be made as star-studded talent go to work every day in Fort Lauderdale. Future stars are created and a place where talent can get valuable playing time in the USL. To all my Broward residents, my friends in Broward who felt that Inter Miami was not your team, it is now. Some Strikers fans, like Flight 19, have felt anger towards David Beckham and the ownership group. It's time for that anger to go away. Beckham did not kill off the Fort Lauderdale Strikers, bad ownership did. Beckham and company are bringing back to your old stomping grounds the future of soccer in South Florida. A team that plays on the weekends in Miami and goes to work in Fort Lauderdale during the week. This also makes good financial sense for both team and its players. The team can get land rather easily as current Lockhart is a dilapidated mess. The glory days have gone and the incredible weeds have come. It's terrible. As we all know, getting any land in Miami is a challenge, to say the least. The players have the opportunity to choose to live in beautiful Miami if they can afford it, or they can embrace a little more laid-back, affordable area in Fort Lauderdale. Finding a place to live in Fort Lauderdale is roughly 13% cheaper than it is in Miami. I can see big Inter Miami stars living in Miami and a more blue-collar, up-and-coming journeyman of MLS living in Fort Lauderdale. Both cities win. And all MLS teams have USL affiliates or own teams. Most have the boring and generic names like Orlando B, Seattle Sounders 2, or Atlanta United 2. Only a couple have allowed their USL squads to have their own identity, like Real Monarchs and Swope Park Rangers. How cool would it be if Inter Miami buys the Fort Lauderdale Strikers name and likeness from Tampa's Bill Edwards and brings back the Strikers in the USL? Once again, they could play the hated Tampa Bay Rowdies in a renewed and reinvigorated Lockhart Stadium. Now you would be able to see the future stars of the premier Inter Miami wearing the red and yellow Bumblebee kits. Or would it be better to bring back the Miami Fusion name, but this time call them the Fort Lauderdale Fusion? Either way, as a lifelong South Florida soccer fan, it would be amazing to embrace even further the rich soccer history we have in the Tri-County area. Now, I've read many of your thoughts and opinions on both sides. Some in Miami feel betrayed by Inter Miami, moving north for their training facilities. Others in Broward say, we don't want them. stay in Miami? Can you see past your neighborhood and fully embrace South Florida as one inclusive soccer community? It's a question for everybody watching this. Give us your thoughts in the comments below, like and subscribe, and thanks for watching.